We know that inflation is the real juggling act the Treasurer has had to grapple with, trying to ease cost of living pressures, but at the same time needing to drive down inflation. Has he got the right balance in what he has announced last night?
Well, look, I think in terms of their strategy, which we've known about now pretty much for the last 6 months, I think he probably has. I mean, he is really trying to do this juggle between providing cost of living support for low-income households and small business, which are most welcome, and I think few people will argue with the need for that, versus not putting extra money into a hot economy and making the RBA's job more difficult, as we were just talking about. And they could have done that by looking for cuts elsewhere. And I think this is actually the issue, is that I think the strategy is wrong. The government has basically decided not to participate in the fight against inflation. They are leaving it all to the RBA. What they're doing and what they're patting themselves on the back for is that they're not adding to the problem. Well, that's fine, and I think that's good. But I hate to see the irresponsible actions of a government adding to the problem, but I actually think they should be joining the fight, and I think they need to be cutting back. And for example, this budget surplus of $4 billion, if they were serious about trying to tackle inflation and get it down as quickly as possible, the surplus would be at least 10 billion, if not 20 billion. They'd be looking for cuts elsewhere, whether that's public sector efficiency dividends, but they're actually expanding the headcount in the public service. And of course, there's this whole raft of new spending, which most of it's welcome, but is it the right time given the challenges of inflation?
Yeah, I think those are wise words. There's huge risks associated with even just sitting on your hands right now. The pressure needs to be on to take the pressure down rather than just keep it in a neutral gear. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate your contributions to the chat tonight.